Jason Todd, the infamous Undead Robin. Now he's the beloved anti-hero Red Hood, but did you know that back in the 80s, fans really hated him? With Dick Grayson, the first Robin, adventuring with the Teen Titans, the team writing the Batman comic wanted to have Robin back at Bruce's side. Unfortunately, the writers and the fans of Teen Titans were loving what was being done with Dick and were unwilling to surrender him back to the Dark Knight. To please everybody, Dick Grayson's character became Nightwing, which then freed up the name Robin. That, ladies and gentlemen, is where we got Jason Todd. Initially, Jason was a carbon copy of Dick Grayson, right down to being the orphaned son of deceased circus parents. After the first crisis, Jason's origin was retconned so that he grew up as a tough kid living on the streets with the tenacity to steal the wheels off of the Batmobile. Impressed, Bruce took Jason in and trained him up as the new Robin. This origin lasted for decades, but in popular DC Comics fashion, it was changed again after Flashpoint so that Bruce instead met Jason while the little scamp was stealing prescription medicine. Take your pick of an origin story, since it really doesn't change the fact that fans absolutely hated Jason. Maybe it was because they saw Jason as stealing Dick's spot, since at this point in comics there were never any real legacy character name trading, but it could also be argued that fans hated Jason because he was angry all the time and used excessive force when fighting crime. Traditionalist fans despised Jason so much that in the famous A Death in the Family story arc, Jason was captured by the Joker, leading DC Comics to do something bold. They opened up a hotline and invited readers to call in and vote to decide Jason's fate. After a close race, the Joker savagely beat Jason with a crowbar and left him for dead in the desert to be blown up alongside his mother, since, yeah, the fans voted for Jason to die. To further add insult to injury, the Joker then became Iran's representative at the United Nations. Because comics. Years later, after an alternate universe Superboy shattered reality by punching it, Jason returned to life. After crawling up from his grave, a quick dip in the Lazarus pit, and teaming up with the villain Hush, Jason assumed the mantle of Red Hood, an identity once used by the Joker. Jason resented Bruce for not avenging his death by killing the Joker, so he decided to take revenge into his own hands. Heh, justice is served. As the Red Hood, Jason butted heads with the Bat family, and even stole the identity of Nightwing for a while. Eventually, Jason sought some level of redemption alongside Donna Troy, Kyle Rayner, and Ray Palmer in an effort to save the multiverse, and even took it upon himself to become the new Batman after Bruce Wayne's apparent death. A wild and murderous Batman with guns. Yeah, that's gonna go over great with the Gotham City PD. Luckily, Nightwing intervened and ultimately became the new Batman, leaving Jason to attempt to reassemble his life, which resulted in Jason returning to his role as the Red Hood and antagonizing Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne. Upon Bruce Wayne's return, Bruce secretly reincorporated Jason back into the Bat family via his new corporate entity, Batman Incorporated, as the hero Wingman. Seemingly redeemed in the eyes of both readers and Batman, Jason operates as Red Hood, again, now brandishing the bat symbol across his chest. Recently though, Jason has been working with Green Arrow's former sidekick Arsenal and Nightwing's ex-girlfriend Starfire in a group known as the Outlaws. Though at this point in time, Starfire has left the team and now stars in her own book, leaving Jason and Arsenal to have their own adventures. Jason's life has been up and down, and his character has been written with wildly different interpretations over the past decade, but there is no denying his significance and impact on not only the DC universe, but also on comic book storytelling as a whole. If you're looking to get into the crazy world of Jason Todd, I'd recommend checking out Batman: A Death in the Family, Batman Under the Hood, Batman Battle for the Cowl, and Batman and Robin: Batman Reborn. So what would you like to see a video on next? Red Arrow/Arsenal or the Lazarus Pit? Click a picture and cast your vote. You can click this annotation to see a video on the origins of every Robin, or you can click on this one for the history of Harley Quinn.